welcome to yoga flow number 2. So this one's going to be all on the floor. You might need a block and maybe a pillow because there's kind of kneading up there. But put that to the side for now. We're just going to go lying on the floor, nice and relaxed in your savasana position. Just let the legs roll out, palms up, and just settle into the mat. So if you imagine you're lying on the beach and your body just imprints into the sand, nice and relaxed. Just feel which parts of your body are heavier on the ground. And then maybe observe where you're holding tension. Could be in your shoulders, could be in your wrist, could be in your forehead. Just find one of those places. And then as you breathe in, exhale, ease that tension away from that particular place. You might stick with the same place or scan through your body. So with each exhalation, you're letting go of tension. And as you do that, I want you to focus on your spine now. So see whether you can lengthen your spine. It's more an internal thought, so think yourself long along your spine. And then think yourself long through your legs. Think your arms long, and also include your neck. And you're going to bring your arms over your head, underneath the fingers, and actually stretch yourself long. Stretch your legs away from you, reach your arms away from you, like you're on a stretching machine. And relax. And stretch yourself long again. It's almost like your early morning coming out of bed stretch. And it might trigger a yawn, and that's all okay. And then you stretch one leg further than the other, wiggle and jiggle. Remember, you're in a stretching machine, make yourself as long as you possibly can. There we go, excellent. And then you're going to float your arms to the side and bring the knees into your chest. And just float the knees towards you. Try to roll your bum off the ground. And stretching yourself long again. And arms circle around, walk your feet up. Knees into your chest, and make yourself as small as you can. This time bring your forehead to your knees, and stretching yourself long, even longer than before. Try and imprint your spine, get it as flat to the ground as possible so your tummy engages. Arms circle around, walk your feet back up, bring them back into your chest, and curl yourself into a tiny little ball. Ease off a little bit and then rock from side to side. You might want to put your head back down here. Excellent. And stretching your legs back long. Okay, so here we're going to fold in one knee, pull it towards your chest, as far in as you can, and lengthen the underneath leg away from you. So hopefully you feel a nice stretch in your hip flexor. If not on the second round, we're going to do it with pillow or block underneath. So it's swapping legs. So fold it in as much as you can, stretching the other leg away, trying to imprint. So if this is not stretching very much the front of your hips, take your pillows. And pop them underneath your sacrum. There we go, then we're going to try that again. There we go, see my leg is not even touching the ground now. So I've got my pillows somewhere underneath my spine, so it pushes the pubic bone higher up. So I don't want to have it in the lower spine because it just makes me arch. It needs to be right underneath your pubic bone so that pushes up. There we go, I'm getting a much deeper stretch now. So you float that long leg slightly from side to side. And that's swapping the legs over. Just ease into it first. And move the leg from side to side. Very good. Get the first leg back out. And then we're going to circle the ankle 4 times in each direction. The biggest circle you can possibly do. And change direction. Okay, keep that leg out. We're going to now interlink hands behind the thigh. Pull the knee towards you and you're going to try and extend the leg. It's probably not going to straighten fully, and that's fine. So we're going to exhale to straighten, just feeling that stretch in the hamstring. And relax. We do 2 more. And exhale. And relax. And the last one, exhale. And relax. Changing legs over. Circling the ankle of the bottom leg. And change direction. Okay, interlink hands behind your side and exhale to extend. And relax. And again, extend. Relax. We'll do 2 more. And extend. Release. Last one. Extend. Release. Feet back down. Take your pillow out. And we're going to do the banana stretch, which is a side stretch. So you're going to have the legs together, arms together, and you're going to bend your upper body to one side, making sure that both shoulder blades stay on the floor, and you try to imprint as much as you can. It won't be possible, but we're trying. And then walk one leg towards the same direction of your upper body bend, and then bring the second leg in. Again, both bum cheeks want to stay on the floor. So you're now curved like a banana. And recover. Other side, so bending your upper body over, imprint as much as you can, walk one leg out, walk the second leg out, trying to imprint more, both bum cheeks on the ground. And we're going to each side one more time. We can start with the legs first this time, so walk the legs out, and then lift your upper body to bend. Recover. And the other side. One leg out, other leg out, and upper body moves over. Excellent. Bringing knees back into your chest. And roll to the front. And we're going to come to easy pose. So sitting on your block, if you're doing easy pose. So if this is hard for you, remember you put your legs here or slightly forward, although we're going to go to all positions today, so we're just going to do a forward fold. So if you're doing the same as me, I have my one leg forward and we're just going to stretch forward. Relax and take 3 nice breaths. So here's really good to breathe into your upper back to let that all relax.
Okay, do switch the legs over because it sits different in the hips. And we're going to reach forward again and take another 3 breaths. And recover. Okay, next we're going to try feet together. So if any of these don't work, just come back to a position that does work for you. Reaching forward. And coming back upright. Okay, we're going to do side bend spine rotation. Again, if this doesn't work, have your legs forward or slightly wide. So just bending up and over to the side. And recover. So breathing in. And exhale. And in. And exhale. And in. Just a quick side bend because there will be more in the flow. Just a few rotations either side as well. So again, lengthen through the spine, lengthen the crown of the head, swivel around in the other direction. One more time each side. Okay, I'm coming off the block now. We're going to do one-legged forward fold. So one leg forward, the other one, sole of the foot roughly around your knees. So float your arms up, flex the underneath foot. I'm going to be reaching forward. Now don't hold this under tension, just put your arms down wherever they're comfortable, even if that's quite far back. Just relax forward, but we're softly flexing the foot, sending the heel away. And again, your 3 breaths. And the next exhalation, rolling up, sitting nice and tall. Taller than before. Swap the legs over. Float arms up. Lengthen spine, reaching forward as long as you can, then relax down, foot flexed softly, and breathe. Next exhalation, rolling back up. Okay, we're going to do this with both legs forward. Floating arms in. Lengthen spine, reaching forward. And relaxing forward. 3 breaths. Again, arms anywhere where they're comfortable. And rolling back up. And they're going to do a wide-legged sit, which we haven't done very much of, so open your legs as wide as you can. We want to make sure that our knees are straight though. Okay, flex the feet again, and allow your body to fold forwards. So really deep stretch in those inner thighs. Flexing the feet, and breathe. Relaxing the head. And rolling back up. I'm just going to do one side bend in each direction, so bending over to the side. Make sure the opposite bum cheek stays on the ground. Up and over to the other side. Coming up and and the other way. Relax. I'm going to do a flow sequence. We're going to start in cat pose. We're really good with this because we've done this loads. We're just going to do a few sad, happy cats. So articulating from your lower spine, exhaling as you curve yourself into a sad cat shape. And then coming through flat cat, lengthening the spine again, curling the toes under, and extending into a happy cat. Remember, this is your upper back extension, not hanging the lower spine through. And we're going to do a few more of those. So follow your own breath. Exhale. Inhale and exhale. Okay, from here we're going to go to the kitten pose. So you bring your hands a little bit further forward, engage your core. You want to be in a flat cat position, and then you rock yourself further forward. Yeah, so your shoulders are at the moment not over your hands, and you want to rock yourself forward so that your shoulders are in line with your hands again. So they should really engage your core. Rocking forward. Lengthening the spine. Teaching your hands to take a little bit more weight there. Also make sure you lead with your hips, so pubic bone and hips stay forward. So if you do it wrong, you're just getting this arched bum again there. So push, tuck under, push hips forward. There you go, then you're in a sort of diagonal plank position that way. Let me just do one more. Push forward. Okay, we're now going to do threading the needle. I'm going to turn to face you. So we're back to ordinary 4-point kneeling, so you can see better. We're going to do threading the needle. So wrists are underneath your shoulders again. You're going to put your arm to the side, palm down, and rotate towards the ceiling as much as you can, looking up. And come back down. Breathing in. And exhale. Let's do that one more time each side, breathing in. And we can thread through as well. So if you imagine this is the needle holding your arm as the thread, so you're going to thread all the way through, and you try to place your ear onto the ground and get the shoulder through as much as you can. And recover, other side. And thread. Very good. We're coming up, so this is where you might need a pillow underneath your knee. We're going to go for the gate pose. So you're going to be kneeling on one knee and the other leg is to the side, nice and parallel. You might also need the block here. Okay. So this is another side bend. So nice and parallel, lengthen. Float one arm up and stretch towards the extended leg. So you might find it easier just putting your hand on the block there as an option. So it's gate pose. It's a big, deep stretch down here. And recover. And then we're going to bend in the other direction. This is probably where you need the block. So that's not so much the side stretch, but you should feel something really nice over your hip flexor there. And recover. Swapping legs. So parallel, I'm going to bend towards the extended leg first. And then change over to the other side. Excellent. Knees back down, and we're going to go puppy into down dog. Now we've done this loads. So toes curled under, puppy, into down dog. Go, and then lower the knees back down, uncurl the toes, and we're going to rest in extended child pose. Okay, we're going to do a few more rounds. I'm going to turn sideways again, I think. I might be shifting, you just follow my instructions. No, I'll stay this way. I think that works better. Okay, so we start. Keep your knees, pillows underneath your knees if you're using them, block and standby. So let's start with cat. So. And then we're going to go for a cow position. So you're going to bring your tail around to one side and you see whether you can see your tail. So basically bending sideways, just see whether you can see your bum. Okay, walk your hands forward. And then we're going to go into the kitchen. So push pubic bone forward, hips lead forwards and backwards. 2 more. Forwards and backwards, and 1 more, just feel the core engage, forwards and backwards, and walk your hands back to 4-point kneeling, ready for threading the needle, floating the arm up and threading through, and the side, and up. Threading through. Okay, we've got a little add-on here. From here, we make you a table on 4 legs, so everything's stable. You're going to reach 1 arm forward and lift it as high as you can. So if I put the block on my back, so what's happening with this often, people lift everything and then the block would fall down. So make sure your table stays nice and flat. Okay? Just reaching the arm up. Which means it might only come to here, because most people are very tight in the shoulders. And the other side. Okay, coming up into the gate pose. Okay, so stretching towards the extended leg. I've just tucked under a little bit more. There we go. And away from the leg. And then we've got a little add-on here as well. Now we're going to turn this leg out and bend it to sort of 90 degrees. You're going to tuck under and then push yourself sideways. So you should feel a vast stretch in the inner thighs and hip. Make sure you stay tucked. And recover. Changing gate pose to the other side. Nice and parallel. Floating up and over towards the extended leg. And away from the leg. Coming back up. Turn the leg out. Tuck under and then push sideways. Make sure that knee doesn't come forward. And back to 4-point kneeling. Stretch into puppy, into dog. Now from here we're going to add on a few rises. So rise higher with your tippy toes and lower. 2 more. Rising up and down, and rising up and down. Lower the knees back to the ground. And stretch out in sharp toes. And recover. You've got 1 more round. There's a few more add-ons, but you don't have to do them if you don't feel confident. Okay, cat, cow. Cat, sad cat. Happy cat, and cow to one side, cow to the other side, and repeat. Sad cat, happy cat, And one side. And on the other side. Let's do that one more time. Sad cat. Happy cat. I forgot to go my toes under. And cow. And cow. Now you can either stick with the kitten, remember that was we're walking forward and we're going to rocking, or we can try the plank pose, in which case you keep your wrists right underneath your shoulders and you're going to extend one leg backwards. So everything's one long line, and you can just test by maybe just taking the knee leg off the ground just a little bit. You see how that engages your core, but what we don't want is coming up here. Yeah, so you can take the whole leg off, or you can step into plank pose and then walk yourself back in, starting on the other leg. So lengthening through, making sure that's stable, bum does not move, getting the other leg out and coming back in. Okay, threading the knees good, so opening up and stretching through. And recover, other side. Opening up and threading through. We're going to do the arm extensions forward, so core engaged. Reaching the arm forward, remember to keep your shoulders flat. And change. Now you can do the same thing with your legs as well, so you can extend one leg backwards, core engaged, and extend in line with your spine, so no lifting. Yeah. So it's not about the height of the leg, it's about the length from the center of your head through your foot. And the other leg. You could even do opposite arm to leg. I'll do that once, so make sure they both lift the floor at the same time. So it's all about reaching long, stretching hip flexors, stretching spine. Outside. Okay, gate pose, I'm going to swivel back around to the front for you. Stretch towards the extended leg. And away. Recover, turning the leg out. Now if you're quite loose, you want to have your foot further away. Tuck under and push. Make sure that knee stays to the side. Again, you could add a side stretch here. Other side. Parallel towards the extended leg. And away. Recover. Turn the leg out. Bend it. Tuck under. Stretch into the leg. Make sure the knee goes to the side. Optional, floating the arm up. Back to 4-point kneeling for your puppy and dog. So go to the puppy and into the down dog. With your free rises again, so pushing up and down, and up, and down, and up, and down. So you can just stay there, or you've got another option. You can extend one leg backwards. So keep the leg nice and parallel, float it up as high as you can. Still pushing through the legs. This will kill your calf. And float it back down, and the other side. And recover into child pose. So let's do full child pose now. Allow your bum to rest down unless you've got knee problems, and then maybe put a block underneath. Just relax. Good. We're going to do one more little hip preparation thing, which is a nice relaxing stretch and mobilizer, and it will help you for if you want to do a proper sun salutation, when we go to that big lunge step, which is coming from here, when we then lunge down, or from here, coming back through. People find that incredibly difficult because it is really hard. So, what we're going to do is, I'm going to go diagonally. So 1 foot forward is if you're proposing for marriage, and then that one leg you can have it any way you like, a little bit further to the side, a little bit turned out, whatever sits comfortable. And you might want to inch that foot a little bit further forward, and then put both hands in front of you. Again, you might want to have the pillows there. Depends on kneecaps, really. People have got very different kneecaps. And then you push that hip forward, okay? So that's probably a good stretch to start with, but all we want to do now is then just gently circle the hips round. So you're not just going forward, you're having the side and backwards and side as well. Nice and gentle. You probably feel a stretch in the inner thigh of the other leg as well. And change direction. And then just sit in the middle, and then lengthen yourself. I always feel this is a bit like a snake, you know, that's and all the way along here, that's my spine, and I'm stretching everything along. Works for me, that image. Okay, then we're going to change legs. So, needing to propose, let the leg sit where it's comfortable, inch the foot further forward, and come down the floor. Again, here you could just use the block if the floor is too far away. I'm going to circle. And changing direction. So that's a really, really good exercise. It only takes 2 or 3 minutes, so if you did that 2 or 3 times a week, you'll be getting a lot of benefit. Okay, and then sitting or pushing along, snake-like stretching the front of your body. Excellent, well done. We're just going to come to Savasana and a nice relaxation. Letting the work settle in. Okay, so just let the legs fall out, arms fall out, and then remember that imprint in the sand. Wiggle and jiggle, make all the adjustments so you're really comfortable. And remember, if anything twinges, just find a better position. If your lower back's playing up, you could have the knees up and turned in, or even up on a chair or against the wall. You could have Savasana in frogs. Find your position. And then just observe your breath. So you might be naturally more breathing to the chest, or you might be breathing naturally more to your ribs, or you might naturally breathe more to the belly. So if you could channel our breath into the belly, I'm going to put my hand up there because I'm naturally a chest breather, so if I put my hands up there, it helps me to send the breath there. So I want to gently extend my belly when I'm inhaling. And exhale. So it doesn't need to be a huge breath. I'm going to do a couple of big ones so you can see it if you're watching. So see how my belly floats up. So I hope you can see that on the camera. Well, that's not terribly relaxing now. I only did this for the purpose of the camera. So just
focus into the belly, especially this way around against gravity. Just make sure you sort of focus into the belly, but it doesn't need to raise as high as that. And then see whether you can make your exhalation a little bit longer than your inhalation. You might find that there's a natural pause either end of the breath. And then come back to the beginning of the class. Just scan your body to where you're holding tension. Yeah, this could be very different for everybody. Yeah, you could focus on one spot or go in order. So I'm going to be focusing on my forehead and my eyebrows after I'm frowning. So with each exhalation, you see where you can part of that tension let go. You might find that that particular area relaxes, but you find a different place. You might find restless and had enough of this, in which case just come out of it. Or you might just enjoy lying on the floor, not having to do anything. So if you want to just stay. I'm going to end the video here. And hopefully I'll see you soon.